So what's up, y'all? Whoever ends up seeing this video later, I'm going to explain, like in the intro, that I'm gonna explain what chi is, and meditation is kind of self-explanatory to a degree. We know more about that than chi, depending on who you are and who you grew up around and what you learned. But I think most of us will know about that one, so I don't really need to go too deep into that. But what I will do is clear up something about meditation being witchcraft. So we'll get that too. So I'll explain that in the intro, and then I'll get to showing scriptures and stuff like that about meditation and chi. And I'm still learning on this journey, so I don't know everything. Now let's get to it. So this would be called meditation and chi study, and I didn't know chi was in the Bible until recently, like couple of days back, when I was learning about what it meant, what chi meant, and stuff like that. And I looked for it a few days ago, and it's actually in the Bible, but it's not in the Bible under the word chi. Excuse me. It's in the Bible under the word energy, because that's the meaning of it. At least one of the meanings of chi is energy. So I'm going to share the screen in a moment, show you that scripture, and we can kind of start right there. But I'll also say this before I show you that, as a part of the intro. Some people have heard from a preacher. I don't think he's no longer alive. And I seen the video. He said that witchcraft was, or vice versa, witchcraft was meditation. And a lot of us believed it. A lot of us was thinking that's the truth. But there's a difference between meditating and witchcraft. It is a way that you can meditate and be involved with witchcraft, or still do witchcraft while you're meditating. That's probably a better way of saying it than the first way I said it. But there's also a way that you can meditate without doing witchcraft. And that's what I'm going to explain. So meditation itself is not witchcraft. That's a fact. Now, we're going to get scriptures on meditation too. And I'll tell you how, one way, at least from what I've discussed with other people, of how you can be involved with witchcraft potentially, but while meditating. So of course, you probably have seen cartoons and maybe also like videos and stuff. Let me make sure my volume is down on my other computer. Okay, yeah, we should be good. All right, so you've probably seen cartoons and movies where people are sitting down Indian style and their hands are on their knees while they're meditating. And it's said that if you do this, the 666 sign, as we know it, on both, like this, like let's say this one's on the left knee and this one's on the right knee, or you're just doing this while you're meditating and you're saying wicked things, satanic things, and trying to do spells or rituals or whatever you're doing. Okay, of course you going the other way. You going the wrong way. But it's stuff like that that can involve you in witchcraft, of course, because of your intentions. But if your intentions is the opposite, like if you're trying to, matter of fact, we're gonna look up the definitions on meditation. We got to get that in here. We got to get that in here. We're gonna simplify this. So meditation is reflecting, pondering, thinking. So basically, we do this all the time. Think about it. I just had thought right now. That's meditation. But when we meditate, we can meditate on positive things or bad things. We can meditate on violence. We can meditate on sexual things. We can meditate on getting in the kingdom of God. It's a lot of things that we can meditate on. I'm trying to get myself in the camera view. In the middle, kind of. Oh, that's better. A little bit better. Yeah. So let me share the screen. We'll get to it. That was a long intro. I apologize, but I just wanted to get that in because it's gonna go down. You know what I mean? It's gonna go down. So we'll get meditation, then we'll get chi. We'll do the definitions, and then we'll get into the scriptures and all that good stuff. Share entire screen. Let's see. I think I even have a scripture pulled up, but I don't want to show that one yet. I want to get. All right, let's type in meditation. We'll get it from a basic dictionary, and then we'll get it also in Hebrew. Meditation. Definitely. I mean, I think maybe the Hebrew will be a little bit of mixture of both. So probably don't even need to get it from. You know what? I'm gonna hold that one there and go ahead and get the Hebrew too. So let's go back. It looks like I was already looking up meditate. Yeah. So there's 3 words that go to they go with meditate in the Bible from the KJV. And the 3 Hebrew words that comes up are Hagah, Shuch, and I'm pronouncing it different than their pronunciation over there to transliterate it because I'm using a different Hebrew sound system than them or a different Hebrew language. That's what differs from the one I'm using. And the last one is, I can say Sheech. I can say Sheech with that one. Or I can say Sayach, something like that. I think Sheech is easier. I'm going to go with Sheech on that. So which one do I want? I'll try this one first. Since this one's the easiest, 7742. This one here. And they say it's shoot watch. You might as well make it easier and just say shoot. I mean, come on now. All right. Outline of biblical. Wait, let me go up a little bit. Meditate. Now I feel like we're officially going to study. It's like 7 minutes and 38 seconds into the video, but it's all good. Outline of biblical usage. Translation count. Only one time in the KJV translated as meditate. And it says that outline of biblical usage is to meditate. Muzz can mean reflect, think, ponder, etc. Commune, speak, complain. We do that a lot, though. I'm doing that right now. But anyway, it says also in the Strong's definitions to muzz pensively. Now, I don't know what pensively means. First time saying that word. And this is used in Genesis 24:63. And this is when Isaac goes into the field to meditate. Depending on the translation you read from, it's going to say Isaac went in the field to walk or to meditate. I don't know what the other ones say, actually. But, so this is what it say in the KJV. It says, and Isaac went out to meditate in the field at eventide, and he lifted up his eyes and saw, and behold, the camels were coming. Now I can see why they would translate that as walk. You know, I just thought about that. But all right. We also have another Hebrew English dictionary here. I don't know if this is gonna give us any extra information. It does say to take a walk though. But it says ye to wander, especially on account of religion. But this signification appears to be secondary, derived from that of chanting and pious meditation. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that goes along with the topic. Now, let's go and that was from the Hebrew. The English might say some of the same stuff, so I might not really need it. But it says Synonyms: ponder, reflect, deliberate. That's a word I don't use a lot. Contemplate, muzz, think about, consider. And the definitions say think deeply or focus one's mind for a period of time in silence or with the aid of chanting. Thank you. It's a great definition. For religious or spiritual purposes or as a method of relaxation. That was perfect. The others say plan mentally, consider, think deeply, or carefully about something. That's that. Now let's look at chi. CHI. So chi. It says the 22nd. Oh, the 22nd letter of the Greek alphabet. So this probably ain't the one I'm looking for. No. But I'll finish it. The 22nd letter of the Greek alphabet, transliterated in the traditional Latin style as CH, as in Christ, or in the modern style as KH. Okay, that's definitely not the one I was looking for. It also said that it's the 22nd star in the council. Oh, didn't know that. Wow. So here we go. Down here it says chi, life force, energy. It says chi is also spelled. Oh, I didn't know that. I'm learning, you know. So it says chi, also spelled kai, is life force, energy, or vital life. In traditional Chinese philosophy, religion, and medicine, it is similar to prana in Hinduism and yoga philosophy and is often translated as energy flow, life force, or matter energy. Now, I see we have the Merriam-Webster's dictionary. Well, it's a dictionary, but it's a definition. So it does say the 22nd letter of the Greek alphabet, but also looks like the same thing I just read in a way. It says vital energy that is held to animate the body internally and is of central importance in some Eastern systems of medical treatment, such as acupuncture and of exercise or self-defense. Synonyms: aura, energy; vibe or vibes, vibration, and vibrations. And I'm Kai. And I know we've heard a lot of those. People always talk about vibration, vibes, and good vibes, bad vibes. We hear that all the time, almost every day, if not every day. But another synonym is soul and light and spirit and karma, which is interesting because, inner light, that's a synonym. Wow. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right, so those are the basics right there. So the scripture where we can find chi, which can mean energy. I think it's called Colossians 3:2. So we got a bunch of scriptures pulled up in front of us. Some of them are going to translate it a little different, but let's read some. So, that's not it. That's another scripture. I do want to keep that one there though. Since I talked about this, I might as well knock this one out. So this is Genesis 24:63 about Isaac meditating in the field. Let's see if I can find a translation that say he was just walking or walked in the field. Oh, this one says, the Legacy Bible says, and Isaac went out to muzz in the field. That one says something different. That one says it. The Christian Standard Bible says in the early evening, Isaac went out to walk in the field. So just depends on what Bible you got. It's translated a little different. Now let's look at the verse I was thinking about showing for chi. I probably could have did this a little faster if I would have did what I just thought about, but this should be it right here. I think my memory is right. Colossians 1:29. So some of these translations are going to translate it a little different, but there is one that I found that says energy. Some might say strength, power, working, work. Like the Aramaic Bible in plain English says power. The CEV says power too. I see someone say working. Some say mighty power, mighty strength. Let's see, get this out the way. Okay, so the NRSV says, "For this I toil and struggle with all the energy that he powerfully inspires within me." So the word energy is chi, kai, and other names that they call chi. That's the word. But let's look at that word in the Greek. So let's go to Colossians 1:29. In the KJV, I think it's translated as working. I think it's this one. Yeah. And the Greek is energia. Energia, 1753. G, 1753. But for those who understand how Strong's work, I didn't need to say G. But the King James translation count occurs 8 times, translated as working, effectual, working, operation, and strong. Outline of biblical usage: efficiency, working. In the NT, used only of superhuman power, whether of God or of the devil. Now, that's interesting. Then it also says in the Strong's definitions from 1756, efficiency, energy, operation, strong, effectual, working. The Thayer's Greek lexicon says working, efficiency, and the NT used it. Oh, we already read that. Okay. And it goes with Ephesians 3:7, Colossians 2:12, Colossians 1:29, Ephesians 1:19. Hold on, let me scroll down. It also says with a relative intervening, which is interesting because I hear about this when spirits get involved. And we know sometimes God may get involved, especially when people are trying to destroy his righteous people. And God isn't going to stand for that all the time. So we have, it says, according to the working which agrees with the measure of in commensurate, if I said that properly, with every single part, Ephesians 4:16. Then they give a lot of Greek with this, and I can't read Greek, so I'm not going to try. And then it says, according to the efficiency by which he is able to subject all things to himself, Philippians 3:21, 2 Thessalonians 2:9, and we have all the verses below. So this is the word that is used for chi. So I got some of the basics out of the way. I like what I've learned so far, though. It's pretty powerful. It's pretty powerful. Now we're going to get to a whole lot more. So I'm going to focus more on meditation. So I'm going to see how many times does meditate occur in the KJV. Meditate, spelled that way, I wonder if it's spelled with a D too. Is it meditated or just meditate? Okay, it's just meditate. Now, is it meditating or just... Okay, so it's no meditating and no meditated, just meditate. So, and of course I can click on the Hebrew and go a little bit deeper. But just by the word meditate, the KJV has 14, I think it says 14 verses, Old and New Testament. Now with the Apocrypha, I'm not sure. Let me at least look at that, because I would want to see that. That is something I have not checked yet, the Apocrypha. And one of the only ways I know how to do that is here. So we can search meditate. But the way I can pull up the Apocrypha on this, I would have to just hit all right here, because I don't know if it pulled up all before, but okay, we got 17. So we got 3 Apocrypha verses and just 14, I'm assuming, in the Old and New. So the 3 in the Apocrypha is only from the book called Ben Sirach, aka Sirach, aka Ecclesiasticus. So that's not a lot, but at least I got it. Okay, so what I'll do is get ready to write, take some notes. I haven't used this one yet. I think this is orange. Yeah, that's bright too. It's a real bright color. Okay, so it's 7 p.m. my time, Eastern time, and it is 10/28, 2024, and today is Monday, and we're studying meditation. And chi. And I'm glad to be studying that, because I need to learn. My study was at first just going to be on meditation in itself, but chi was connected. So I made it about both. All right, so the verses in the Apocrypha will be Sirach. I'll just say Apocrypha. All right. Okay, so we got Sirach 6, 37, 14, 20, and 39, 7. So Sirach 6, 37, 14, 20, and 39, 7, I think. Yep, 39, 7. So let's see. 39, 7 in Sirach says, "He shall direct his counsel and knowledge, and in his secrets shall he meditate." That makes sense. Ecclesiasticus 6:37. "Let your mind be on the ordinances of the Lord, and meditate continually in his commandments. He shall establish your heart and give you wisdom at your own desire." That sounds like Joshua 1:8. So that was 6:37. And the last one is 14:20. Blessed is the man that do meditate good things in wisdom. Thank you. And that reasoneth of holy things by his understanding. Yeah, that one's good too. Wow, it said blessed is the man. That's, hey, okay. All right. Now, the 14 other verses is in the KJV, but there are more that I could find. So what I will do, or could do, and should do is write them all down. Because when I do it like this, I can find 45, about 45 verses or more. Because if I just go to the Hebrew for each of these words, it's going to give me like, okay, this one gave me 25 or so. No, 25 for the translation count, but how many verses? It gives me, it says it's 24 verses, but it occurs 25 times. So, but it's not always translated as meditate. So sometimes it's utter, meditate, imagine. It's interesting to see how it's used. So imagine, I didn't even think about that word. So now we got a synonym that can be looked at, because sometimes the word imagine, that makes sense. Because when you imagine, you're thinking, you're reflecting, you're meditating. I didn't even think about that. So that just makes this study even bigger, because if we look for all the words that's, behind imagine in verses, that it makes it even bigger. So I will. Okay, so I'm gonna do Hebrew words. Hebrew words for meditate. So this first one was Haga. Okay. Dang, I spelled it wrong. I haven't had to write the G in Hebrew in a long time. I wrote the U in Hebrew, but it kind of looks like it. But anyway, 24 verses. Not all of them count, but so Joshua 1:8 does count. That verse is unavoidable. Like it always comes back every now and then. That's a great verse. So this one I'll just read I might read it all, but let me get something to drink. I gotta call. My other laptop is dying. I gotta put the charger in the back. I didn't even think about that. I was just studying, you know what I mean? Forgot all about that. I was ready to go, ready to get started. All right, that one should be good now. So Joshua 1:8 says, "This book of the law shall not depart out of your mouth, but you shall meditate therein day and night, that you may observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then you shall make your way prosperous, and then you shall have good success." Learn it like a song. Learn it like you learned the choruses of songs. So next we have Job 27:4, which doesn't use the word meditate in English, but the Hebrew word Haggai is still under it. So it says, my lips shall not speak wickedness, nor my tongue utter deceit, which is good, but I don't need that one. Psalms 1:2, I do need this one, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law do he meditate day and night. Cross-referencing with Joshua 1:8 and Psalms 1:2. What else we got? We got Psalms 2:1. This one says, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? That one counts too, but they don't use the word meditate. But it could be translated as meditate. And the people imagine or meditate a vain thing. Yeah, that can definitely go. So that's Proverbs 2:1. Psalms 35:28. And my tongue shall speak of your righteousness and of your praise all the day long. Y'all like that one? That's a good thing to meditate on. Even though they don't translate that one as meditate. I learned something recently. A lot of people know about our physical mouth, but we also have a spiritual mouth. And a lot of people knew that we get judged by that spiritual mouth. Anything we think, so that's the spiritual mouth, the mind. So it says in Psalms 37:30, it says, I think I'll put my camera down there since the words are over like that. So it says in Psalms 37:30, the mouth of the righteous speak wisdom. That's what I'm talking about. That's a good way to separate the righteous from the wicked. Then it says, in his tongue, talk of judgment. All right, now we got Psalm 38:12. This might be a verse that I need because it says, imagine. It says, they also that seek after my life lay snares for me, and they that seek my hurt speak mischievous things. So they meditating bad things already. By the way this is going. And then it says, and imagine or meditate deceits all the day long. Yeah. So that's the negative side of meditation. That one does count. That's still meditating though. It's just the bad side of it. 38:12. Why do the heathen rage? I've been seeing that verse a lot. Okay, we got Psalm 63:6. When I remember you on my bed and meditate on you in the night watches. Yep. That was 63. Oops, I messed that up. 6. I'm getting sleepy, which is a good thing. Psalm 71:24. My tongue also shall talk of your righteousness, and then it says all the day long. For they are confounded, for they are brought to shame that seek my hurt. It's interesting though that word can be meditate, because if I change talk to meditate or imagine or reflect or ponder, it will sound deeper, because it will go something like this. My tongue also shall meditate of your righteousness all the day long. So think about that. My tongue, and remember I said you have a spiritual mouth, you have a spiritual tongue, basically. because we can think. We don't have to say it out loud. So imagine that tongue is a spiritual tongue, or can be, and it still go perfect. But it says, my tongue also shall ponder of your righteousness all the day long. Meditate. That goes perfect. But I gotta get this one. I gotta get that one. So the next one is Psalms 71:24. Okay, I had to write that one down. The next one is 77:12. I will meditate also of all your work and talk of your doings. Yeah, so that one counts. 77:12. The next one is 115:7. They have hands, but they have handle not. Feet have they, but they walk not. Neither speak they. Okay, I don't need that one. They through their throat. Okay. 143:5. I remember the days of old. I meditate. Yep, you don't. 143:5. Okay, so it says, I meditate on all your works. I must on the work of your hands. Proverbs 8:7. For my mouth shall speak truth, and wickedness is an abomination to my lips. Yeah, that's a good one. My spiritual mouth shall speak truth. Yeah, I gotta get that one. I might just have to get them all. No. Proverbs 15:28. The heart of the righteous studieth to answer. Meditate, yeah. But the mouth of the wicked pour out evil things. Those that don't think before they speak. Cross references in my mind. That one definitely counts. That's meditating for sure. For sure. Okay, so that one's Proverbs 15:28. Meditation for sure. The next one is Proverbs 24:2. For their heart studieth destruction. Oh yeah, that's meditating for sure. That's inwardly meditating too. And their lips talk of mischief. For sure. For sure. 24:2 for sure. For sure. The next one is Isaiah 8:19. And when they shall say to you, seek to them that have familiar spirits, and to wizards that peep and that mutter, should not a people seek to their God, for the living to the dead? Isaiah 16:7. Therefore shall Moab howl for Moab. Every one shall howl for the foundations of Kir-Hareseth shall you mourn. Surely they are stricken. Isaiah 31:4. For thus hath the Lord spoken to me, like as the lion and the young lion roaring on his prey. I don't need that one. Isaiah 33:18. Your heart shall meditate. Yeah, need that one. Terror. Your heart shall meditate terror. Where is the scribe? Where is the receiver? Where is he that counted the towers? Like a crane. Wait, before I read that one, let me get Isaiah 33:18. Isaiah 38:14. Like a crane or a swallow, so did I chatter. I did mourn as a dove. Mine eyes fail with looking upward. O Lord, I am oppressed. Overtake for me. Isaiah 59:3. It says, "For your hands are defiled with blood, and your fingers with iniquity. Your lips have spoken lies." Spiritual mouth. Your tongue hath muttered perverseness. Yeah, that one counts. I'm just replacing the physical with the spiritual. The physical mouth with the spiritual mouth. So yeah, that one definitely counts. So that's where? Isaiah 59:3. 59:3. And that don't look like a good meditation either. Because it says, "Your lips have spoken lies. Your tongue hath muttered pervert." Yeah, it's a bad one. Isaiah 59:11. We roar all like bears and mourn sore like doves. We look for judgment, but there is none, for salvation, but it is far off from us. 13, same chapter, I think. It says, "In transgressing and lying against the Lord, and departing away from our God, speaking oppression and revolt, conceiving and uttering from the heart words of falsehood." Interesting. Words of falsehood. That definitely counts. That was Isaiah 59:13, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. I was trying to move it a little bit over to the left, but I accidentally hit the. Well, it wasn't an accident, but I didn't mean to go from the word. Isaiah 59:13. The next one is Jeremiah 48:31. "Therefore will I howl for Moab, and I will cry out for all Moab. My heart shall mourn." Yep, that's meditation. Yep. That's a sad meditation though. That's Jeremiah. Jeremiah 48:31. Kind of reminds me of when somebody loses a girlfriend or somebody they was in a relationship with or something. So that was the first word that goes back to meditate. Haggah. I'm looking to see if these other ones have anything to do with it too, because they're Haggah too. Okay, now that was it. All right, let me go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna probably have to go soon so I can get to cutting my hair. Hadn't done any of that, but I know I wanted to study, so I was definitely gonna do it. You know what I mean? So I'll take the challenge and do the second hardest one, which is H7878, which I suppose 3 numbers that go with this. Okay, let me see if they all count too. Okay, this one actually says, so there is a word in the KJV, meditation. I didn't search for that. Oh, no, I didn't. Huh, I didn't know that. Okay, so we also have meditation. Huh. I'm gonna keep that right there. Duplicate. Let me see. How many times does meditation occur? 6 times. Well, darn. I need all those verses. Now, it's probably going to be more if these go to different Hebrew words. So we got Wow. Okay, so we got that one. They go to different Hebrew words. It's just made the study bigger. Just made it bigger. Okay, that one's just once. All right. Well, I better leave that one alone. So it's good to see it, but let me go back to man. So that's gonna be interesting. Right. So we look at the word. Let's see. 14 verses. Complaint, talking. Mm, mm. That one looks like it counts too. 1 Kings 18:27. And it came to pass at noon that Elijah mocked them and said, "Cry aloud, for he is a God. Either he is talking or." Okay. Hmm. Mm, 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 mm. I'm just skimming some of these to see. I know some of them could count, but I don't need a lot of them. Hear my voice, oh God, in my prayer. Mm-hmm. They do. So go back. So the other word is, this might be the first one. No, that was the other one. So this is the first one. Yeah, this state is gonna be big. Gotta give me something to do. Mm-mm-mm. How many verses we got? I think it's 20. 20 exactly. Okay. Judges. So this Hebrew word is spelled Sych. Sych. That could be shy, she. So it could be sheech or saich. I kind of like saich, but either way, let me write that down. Mm-hmm. 20 verses. Judges 5:10. It says, okay, there we go. So it says, speak, you that ride on white asses, you that sit in judgment and walk by the way. 1 Chronicles 16:9 says, sing to him, sing psalms to him, talk you of all his wondrous works. Job 7:11. Therefore I will not refrain my mouth. I will speak in the anguish of my spirit. I will complain in the bitterness of my soul. Job 12:8. Or speak to the earth, and it shall teach you, and the fishes of the sea shall declare to you. Evening and morning and at noon will I pray, and cry aloud, and he shall hear my voice. Count, count. That's Psalms 55. I mean, other ones count too, but this one counts enough that I'm going to get it. Psalm 69:12. They that sat in the gate speak against me, and I was the song of the drunkards. I remember God and was troubled. I complained, and my spirit was overwhelmed. Selah. I called to remembrance my song in the night. I communed with my own heart, and my spirit made diligent search. That one counts. Verse 12. I will meditate also of all your work and talk of your doings. 77:12. Sing to him, sing psalms to him, talk you of all his wondrous works. I will meditate in your precepts and have respect to your ways. Psalms 119, 15. 119:23. Princes also did sit and speak against me, but your servant did meditate in your statutes. That one is verse 23. That one counts too. Verse 27. Make me to understand the way of your precepts. So shall I talk of your wondrous works. Wondrous works. 48. My hands also will I lift up to your commandments, which I have loved, and I will meditate in your statutes. Verse 48. Verse 78. Let the proud be ashamed, for they dealt perversely with me without a cause, but I will meditate in your precepts. That's verse 78. There's a lot of meditating verses in this one. I ain't even got out the chapter yet. Verse 148. Mine eyes prevent the night watches, that I might meditate in your word. Okay. That's verse 148. And Psalms 143:5. I remember the days of old. It's already about meditating. I remember. So that's another one that goes back to meditation. So just to just remember something is meditation. The ignorance of humans. Anyway, I remember the days of old. I meditate on all your works. I must, which can mean reflect, ponder, deliberate, consider. I must on the work of your hands. Yeah, that was definitely one that counts. That's 143:5. Do I have that one already? No, I don't. No. So 143:5. 143 verse 5. I will speak of the glorious honor of your majesty and of your wondrous works. Proverbs 6:22, when you go, it shall lead you. Definitely. I remember this one. It shall lead you when you sleep. It shall keep you. Excuse me. When you awake, it shall talk with you. Yeah, that's spiritual. The way it talks to you is in your mind. You have to reflect in order for it to talk. Well, it's one way. Yeah, but that's still meditation. It's in your mind. So definitely got to get it. Okay. Proverbs 6:22. All right, what else we got? Isaiah 53:8. He was taken from prison and from judgment. And who shall declare his generation? For he was cut off out of the land of the living. For the transgression of my people was he stricken. And those are all the verses. Let me make sure. Yep. Okay. So now I can go do two more. So this one's one too. H7879, which is the same word, just probably different vowels. Not that I care about the vowels, but I'm just saying. So this word is where I found meditation at. Meditation, prayer, talk, contemplation, and utterance, babbling, communication. Interesting with that. They got communication there. All right, let's see. Let's scroll down. Scroll down. How many verses? 14. So we'll skip the complaint, the talking, communication, the complaint, the complaint, the complaint, the complaint, the complaint. I think it's only one verse with meditation. So the one that says prayer is one, because when you pray, you're thinking. So at least sometimes, or I know a lot of times I'm thinking when I'm praying. So that's meditating. So that's Psalms. Wait, this same Hebrew word, right? Yeah, same Hebrew word. Do you want to make it a different scroll? Yes. Yes. Yeah, we can do that. So it's H7879, I think. I forgot already. Ain't that so? It's right there, but it's just so far away I can't see it clear. Yeah. Thirsty. Oh, we almost at an hour. About time for me to call it quits. Mm-hmm. 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 Well, we're just gonna get it. Psalms 64:1. Complaint. I see. It says a prayer of the afflicted when he was overwhelmed. This is 1021. When he was overwhelmed and poured out his complaint before the Lord, hear my prayer. Yeah, that definitely counts. So we got 104:34 also. So that was 121. 102. And we got Psalms 1. Oh, okay, yeah, Psalms 104. 34. My meditation of him shall be sweet. I will be glad in the Lord. 142 verse 2. I poured out my complaint before him. I showed before him my trouble. Proverbs 23:29 says babbling, so I won't even worry about that one. Alright, so we're done with that one. That was easy. Excuse me. So I did the 3, or is it one more? It's actually one more, which goes back to Genesis 24:63, which was the very beginning, pretty much. So knock that out, and I might be done for today, or for now, probably for today. Genesis 22:4. I thought I might have already had it up, but I don't. Okay, that's the one I'm keeping. Yeah, okay. Just had to make sure if this was the one that I was using. Okay, so we're going to type in I'll just go back. $77.42. So this one is shoots. That's only one verse, and that one definitely counts. So seems like I didn't do a lot, but it was enough. All right, so that's an hour and 3 minutes, and I got a little bit done. Gotta go. So I'm out of here. Peace be to the saints. That was my possibly first study on meditation, and she did more meditation today, but that was the main part anyway. Meditation, they both go together, but it's good to learn about them both. I don't know when I'm coming back, God willing, but God willing, I will be back. Oh man. Anything else? I'm sure it is. I'm sure. I can think of something, but I shouldn't.